serious? Again? What the fuck? Oh my god. Oh my fucking god. Do I technically have time to go for one more.
I think he's dead anyway.
I am fucking unable to do this fight today. Holy shit. Right. I can try one more time, but this has to be the absolute last attempt. Like, yes, it's a fucking narrow spot for all of those thrusts, but, like, I've missed it every attempt tonight.
Fucking waterhead.
Ages since I've been this bad consistently in a session against Daenerys. You mean worst fight as in, like, one you enjoyed doing least, or one you felt that, like, you struggled the most? Alright, shut up, Grey. I'm try and think of what an encounter that I just didn't like doing is. Actually, I think overall, probably one of my least favourite encounters is Twin Emperors in AQ40. Like, that fight has just never felt fun or rewarding. And like the pseudo-random nature of like when the teleports happen, meaning that like invariably you just end up with bunches of downtime where it's like, okay, you go out safely early and there's like, you just end up with periods of time where you have fucking nothing to do. I'm just not a fan of it. I like the idea of a duo fight where you have to tank them apart for mechanical reasons, but I just don't think it was well executed in that instance. I don't really think that Eridar Twins in Sunwell Plateau was done that well either. Like, I think it's better than Twin Emperors, but I don't think it's perfect either. Yeah, there wouldn't have been any problems with Juicy Boy. Hey yo, Kings, who up getting threat? Yo, Cadet, good evening. Hey yo, what's poppin'? It's your boy Juicy. Yeah, he was very good as well, he was very good at building threat. He is not a bad warrior player, yes. Like, I never really had to worry about whether I was going to rip threat on his primary target. Like, that's true. And he would challenge me to, you know, overtake him in threat, and it's like, yeah, it's not really easy. Like, I could go defensive stance and pop my own taunt, but that's not the point. And then when he taunts it back, I go into battle stance and I hit Mocking Blow. And then when that runs out, I ask one of the paladins to give him Blessing of Protection. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm thinking of, Grey. Yeah, my melee spells are silenced. Hello? Imagine not having Cancel Aura for Blessing of Protection baked into your macros. And as a tank, obviously, Blessing of Salvation as well. Cancel Aura, that shit. I mean, Murph, the way that I would summarize the tanking deficiencies of Toxic for what they were during Classic, not enterprising enough, not gung-ho enough. And by that I mean just like, you know, we're done with the pull, let's move to the next pull, like, let's just start getting threat on the new targets. I've definitely made that point before, but like, if there was a weakness in the general tank play in Toxic, it was that, like, going from pull to pull and actually, like, putting threat up immediately issue. That's not a gold, but okay. But I mean, there were issues in every... There were issues all throughout the raid comp in Toxic. Like, there were tank issues, there were DPS issues, there were healer issues. It just wasn't as apparent on Azure Song, like, where our weaknesses were when we were, like, server first everything. Like, you just don't really get a fair point of comparison for, like, what's actually lacking. Because there's not much room for looking at a better guild's logs that are, like, apples to apples comparisons. And seeing what they're doing better. Like, in Classic, on Azure Song, me being, like, someone who's looking at, like, how Toxic can perform better, like, I'm talking about, like, you know, where tanking issues did exist in our guild, I absolutely had our moments where I would, like, look at when Relapse was having, like, faster clears and whatnot on, certain fights or, like, certain instances. And I would look, for instance, at, like, you know, oh, this Obold's tank damage, like, man, I wish we had that. Like, I wish we had a fucking main tank who was just absolutely crazy and had a Thunder Fury and etc, etc. Because that's the thing as well, like, Mossy was, like, overall probably, you know, like, the quote-unquote strongest tank in Toxic, and even he, like, just didn't have a Thunder Fury until, like, Mega Endgame when it didn't fucking matter anymore. Like, I think we downed KT before he had Thunder Fury, I'm pretty sure. So it's like, at that point, like, what do you even fucking do? Like, you can't always just blame gear deficiency, but for a tank specifically, it is a lot less threat to not have a Thunder Fury, especially, like, in a AoE situation. Like, you are able to get, like, much better 3-target threat with Thunder Fury for sure. You should have asked Firesaw for his binding. I'm sure he'd have been willing to part with it. So I would be able to see the TBC log stuff if I was willing to restart my subscription on Warcraft Logs Grey. Like, that's the thing, like, you can't see logs that are more than, like, I think it's 2 years old without having, like, premium subscriber status, at least, like, silver tier on Patreon, I think. And that's what, for a good couple of years, I was paying for, to have full log access and archive. But yeah, I know, it's like, it sucks to not just be able to look up the same URL and look at the same details anymore. Yeah. I mean, I totally understand that they have fucking server bandwidth and whatnot, and they can't just store what is probably at this point like extra terabytes of data. Because a log won't be that much data, but for the number of logs tracking the number of characters that they have, it's going to be in the aggregate an absolute fuck ton of data that they are hosting.
Mate, have you got 20p?
Okay, apparently this start is absolutely fucking unreal. All I've got to do is like switch my brain off and just focus on talking about something unrelated, and I can apparently play good. Look at that, even a perfect corner clip. Yo, great, thank you for the bit. And I even got a close one of those, wow. See, there you go, like, once we ironed out the kinks and whatnot, I did like Muro a lot. It was one of the least favourite fights to progress on, for sure. Especially once we knew that, like, if we had just gotten a couple of players to stop fucking around and do, like, the one thing that they really need to do, that we would have saved probably, like, 100 wipes. But other than that, the fight itself, I really, really do enjoy. Yeah, I agree with that. And there are unfortunately just a lot of fights like that, where it's like, if the wrong person goes down, you may as well write that attempt off. Glad that worked, because I was not confident about my movement there.
Hey, mate, have you got 20p, mate? Big tip, mate.
Oh, wow, okay. I made a mistake there, but I didn't get punished. I am being allowed to get away with a lot in this run so far. I still remember that one time Hecate said the N-word in Raid. That was fun. Fuck. So, I mean, like, I understand what you're saying, Murph, but then this is one of the things that I definitely complained about back in the day as well, that, like, you're talking about being in Molten Core and being a tank and getting your shit pushed in on a fight. That's, like... That's a healer issue. It just is. Like, Molten Core bosses simply do not deal enough damage to be able to just delete a tank like that. They just don't do enough damage. That is, in that instance, a fucking healer reliability issue. And it's the kind of reason why Coked always did want to fast-track my priest as being like a pocket healer for him. Like, he always wanted to play with my priest and have my priest as a tank healer because, like, he knew I wouldn't fucking let him die. Because it is an issue of, in content that's that simple, if the tank goes down, it's because the healers fucking let them go down. Like, there will be fights, like individual fights in other places where it's like more responsibility on the tank to actually make sensible plays, like, you know, Broodlord Lashlayer in BWL. If you've been mortal struck, sure, probably consider putting on the shield for a bit. Man, I remember back when they used to say that my healing on my priest in BWL wasn't good enough, when on fucking Firemore they put me as a raid healer, as a priest. You know, when I have all single target heals. And then doing fucking bullshit log analysis where they're saying, look, this Resto Shaman did more healing than you on this fight. It's like, yeah, they have chain heal. For the fight where the entire raid is taking increasing ticks of fire damage, yes, the AoE healer is going to have more healing. I'm glad we understand that. Yeah, I mean, Armin was pretty bad, wasn't he? I trust Armin with my life. Needed. I didn't want to take that additional hit, but I do need to make sure that it faces the right way there. So this is like, we were saying before, like the Azure song factor. And this is, like, talking about healers, the two have an incredibly, like, the Venn diagram is just one circle with a 100% overlap. When you're on Azure Song and you are looking for good healers, if you are not playing in Toxic or Relapse, you're not playing with good healers. End of story. If you're playing in Forged, some of them may be okay. But outside of those, it's like, there are no fucking good healers in, like, the super casual Azure Sun guilds. Zero.
Hey, mate, have you got 20p, mate? This said, mate.
Like, it puts it into perspective when you consider that, like, remember Ganolith? In terms of, you know, the grand scheme of the picture, like, outside of those couple of guilds that I mentioned, she's still on the better end of healers. Like, outside of the 2-3 main guilds of the server. Once again, I've just done nothing but fuck this fight up. Yeah, not knowing about down ranking in Classic is, for a healer, I don't know if there is a bigger red flag, because down ranking is the most powerful tool that you have as a healer in Classic. Like, if you don't want to down rank, go and play literally any other expansion where you don't have to. Like, TBC and Wrath, you can still do it in niche situations if you want, but there is never a real need to. Like, you can get away with just doing max rank. But in Classic, it's like, just the way that the spell power coefficient system and everything is built to function, it's like, it's fucking made for down ranking. It's what I really like about healing in Classic, is how strong down ranking is. Like, the eternal issue as well with, like, trying to talk about, like, healing performance and offering critique is, like, most people just don't know what they're looking at and just critique the entirely wrong things about, like, what a healer did wrong specifically. Like, just the other day, I was looking at, like, a clip from the WoW Hardcore subreddit, where it's like, a feral, TLDR, a feral druid tank got fucked up by Verdan the Everliving in Whaling Caverns. Like, it's, you know, the age-old situation, like, they got crit a couple of times in a row and, like, just got deleted. It was right at the end of the encounter as well, like, the boss was at, like, 5% and then the tank just died in, like, 2 hits. And to me, someone who, like, has actually played Priest and knows what I'm doing, it was pretty clear to me that, like, the actual cause of death, like, the actual misplay that caused that tank to die, is that, like I say, they took 2 big hits in a row, and after the first big hit, the priest's reaction to that, their panic reaction, was to cast Renew. So they put a hot on the tank that didn't have time to tick even once before the tank got hit again and died. But that begs the question, where the fuck was that Renew the 15 seconds prior to that happening? Because the tank, like, hadn't been hotted before that point. So, like, it's like, if the Renew had actually been rolling throughout the fight, even if the healer had then, at that time, done nothing, cast no spell, the tank wouldn't have died. Because they would have had the extra HP from the Renew ticking that entire time, and that crit wouldn't have been enough to finish them off. But a lot of people's fucking surface analysis on those kinds of situations doesn't go any deeper than that. They just look at, like, oh, they should have just pressed something else on that GCD. It's like, I mean, yes, they should have, but that's not the whole story. The priest that guy was running with was just a complete shitter though, because of course they did pre-shield them before the pull. That's always how you know that you're in good hands with a priest, when you have a rage bar and they insist on pre-shielding you. Yep. Like, in hardcore as well, where it's like, okay, the tank really, really needs to hold on to this enemy, and that enemy in particular, like, it's hardcore, it's that boss in particular, where, like, if someone who isn't the tank could realistically get one shot from full by that boss, probably. So, like, yeah, I'm just gonna prevent the tank from getting rage on the pull. Like, what's wrong with that? Pirate Software Play. That does not ring a bell. Oh man, no drops at all.
Don't be fucking questions.
I know, it is a pretty good afro, isn't it? Oof! Okay, that helps. Oh, I should still be here. That's very uncommon to be able to get back through that room without getting hit by the jets. Why did I do that though? And then I hit all three when I shouldn't have. That's a bit extra lag. Alright, whatever. Alright, are we going to be 3 for 3 for just not getting through this? This is going to need to be pretty good. Alright, let's see it. Oh hey, imagine that, I can play the game. Alright. This run is going to go until it can go no longer then, I guess. Well, if I wanted to have the best PB chance possible, this is still 100% dependent on what RNG I get in the desert, but as I say, I don't really have time to get another run going, so this is just like it.
Hey, mate, have you got 20p, mate? Dickhead, mate.
Silly. But I guess it's better than wasting energy there. Please. It's the optimal place to get a drop, unfortunately. RNG is really not assisting in this run. But I mean, the most important source of RNG in the run at this point is the clay golem trap, which was fine, so shouldn't complain. Very close to hitting the mummy there. Oh my god! Worst possible. Worst possible! It's abysmal. I am not likely to be saving any time here now. Okay, still got a bit. That's more than I thought I was going to get. Alright, now let's see if I'm actually able to retain any of this time. Odds are not good, statistically, but let's see. Not perfect. Okay, 1. Still 1. Two, okay. Nope, losing all my time and more. Epic. The one run that I managed to get this far today. Love that. And didn't get any additional power nuts, so I need to get this one in the corner. I mean, they can be nice for entertainment, but also some of them just make me angry. It makes me angry that some people are so stupid, and it makes me angry that those people get, like, really high viewership when they're just fucking awful. It's not fair! Yo, Tuba, what's going on? And Messy Fool, hello. I was very surprised to see how well Grubby is doing in hardcore. Like, I thought he was just purely a, like, Warcraft 3 player, that he wasn't, like, you know, a World of Warcraft guy at all, but he has been, like, mainly, like, AoE mage farming and not dying. Like, he was in his 40s last time I checked. Like, he's succeeding. There's also been, like, I feel like an influx of new players doing hardcore, as in, I've seen people saying, like, oh, I've never played World of Warcraft before, and I'm trying hardcore to, like, jump in at the deep end. And, like, I feel two big ways about that, because on the one hand, like, that's cool, and I'm not trying to gatekeep what people can and can't do. Like, obviously, you can try it if you want, it's a fucking game, but at the same time, I feel for the people that they will be grouping with, because, you know, like, it's a social game, it's a team game, and what you do has a very big impact on the survival chances of your group mates. So, like, they have probably all inadvertently done stuff to get people killed just from being complete noobs, which is like, oh, that's just so unlucky to have to be in that position, because it's like, oh, I'm not supposed to, I'm just not thinking. Like, me personally, when I'm looking at hardcore, it's like, I assume that, like, oh, if you're playing on hardcore, like, you must be, like, pretty good. It's like, I'm going to have more implicit trust of someone playing hardcore than, like, other servers. It's like, well, I'm going to assume you're, you know, you're probably decent to be playing hardcore, but if there is no such assurance at all, and it's like, oh, this person could just be awful, then it's like, well, you can, there's definitely such a thing as trusting someone too much.
Devo's fucking shit. No, I'm not, no, dickhead!
Alright, best part of any run. Lump. It's like, there are a lot of ways to unintentionally grief someone in World of Warcraft. Like, we all know that. Okay. Okay, at least I got back in one piece. I'd say on the hardcore death comps, the thing that I'm sick of seeing most is just whenever someone is just in a cave. I'm just like, why are you doing that? Okay. Steak though.
Devil's fucking shit. No, I'm not, no, dickhead!
But it's like, if you're not, like, at the bare minimum, like, in a group, just like, fucking, why are you risking a cave and, like, being surprised when you die? What is that? Alright, so considering the 20-second loss in the desert, this is not exactly where I want my pace to be, but I mean, it's doable. It is technically doable. Like, supposed to have the light on, but that's fine. Okay, time to start counting. Two. Four. Six. Eight. 10. 12. 14. 16. 18. 20. 22. 24. 6. 28. 30. I can't say I've, like, routed how quickly you could reach 99, but it will be faster than you expect, because there are some very good farming opportunities. Especially in endgame, like, EXP can be very dense once you have access to Crimson enemies. Like, you can get thousands of EXP per kill.
Hey, mate! Mate, have you got 20p, mate?
Not that the spawns for the Crimson enemies are, like, consistent, but, like, when they appear, you get, like, bosses worth of experience for them. And you can also start just, like, running the boss rush back to back as well, I guess. Forgot to put my fucking stat points in. I'll just take the extra slash of time loss. Right, let's go. That was really close to the cutscene trigger. Should not have gotten that close. It's not clear why I transform into the bat before I reach the windows, that is the reason. Same reason why when I come out here I need to transform into the bat before I actually reach the corner tile here. Otherwise, again, just walk into a cutscene trigger. Which, for whatever reason, does not occur if you're coming out this way, so you can actually just walk out that way. In vampire form. But not so the other way. Probably start trying to incorporate the damage boost off the flame jet. I don't think it'll be unreasonable to do in RTA, I've just not tried it. It's something that I should try in emulator at some point. But from what I found while making the task, it's actually not that unreasonable. But I mean, you wouldn't be able to get it wrong, otherwise you'd have to reset the room. Okay, that was silly of me to not expect them to die on the third hit there. I'm not sure what I was thinking, but survival is the most important thing there. I'm probably on pace to be about even or lose a second or two here, I think. My estimate is that I think, like, assuming I do the Cheyenne fight normally, I think I'm going to lose 1 second.
Mate, have you got
Oh,
mate,
slightly
you
better
got
than I thought.
20p,
Okay.
mate? Dickhead, mate.
That's actually probably the best opportunity to get that little extra bit of energy. Okay, so at least I get one try at Katana Manip today. Haven't done this for a few days, so we'll see. Only the most critical part of the route to get first try. Fine to make a menuing mistake because I do have flex time here. Well, I've missed the wider frame window, but I do not think I did this late, so it shouldn't matter. Cool.
Fucking yeah, dickhead!
Wow, gold, okay. Yo, Glenn, what's going on, dude? Been a tiny bit cleaner on that corner. Please. Yeah, the Dark City music is cool. Gray, thank you so much for the 50 bits, dude. Always happy to deliver an apparent best katana split for the fans. Squeezing the reset time and reducing lag during the first forge really helps just chop off the little fractions there for sure. Good phase 1. Good RNG there. I did not even get to see like 2 of the bulbs, so that was actually very lucky. Okay, is that one? That was a really good fight, honestly. The backtrack itself was, like, not perfect, but that fight could only have been better if I had better RNG during phase 2. And it was still a goal. So realistically, that split could be like up to, I want to say like up to 3 seconds faster and like not really any faster than that. Great, thanks for 2 more. Alright, this has been a really strong section. Really depends on the second half of the run, Murph, like RNG, and it's, I mean, there's just a lot of difficult execution as well, so it depends. Like, obviously being ahead is better than being behind, but it's still very much wait and see mode. Yeah, no, unfortunately. Still a fair bit to go. There is a lot of room for me to still do something stupid and get myself killed, yep. And the final dungeon of the run is the hardest section overall to execute back-to-back. Like, appropriately, the final dungeon with, like, all the different floors and all the bosses on each floor, it is the hardest part of the game. There's not very much RNG at that point, but it is very technically demanding. There is bits of RNG, just not as much as there is like in the first half of the run. I fucked up big. Why did I forget that? I mean, that's not like a colossal fuck up, but... Like, why am I fucking that up at all, dude? I know not to do that. Okay, I got lucky to not get hit there. Yeah, could have saved a bit of time there, but no, I'm losing it instead.
No, we're fucking questions.
And this is the thing, like, normally, you know, instinct is to be like, oh, it's only a couple of seconds, whatever, that's not a big deal, but, like, with the margin as slim as it is, I don't want to be throwing away seconds like that. Like, I lost, like, 5 seconds from a single menu mistake there. I pressed right instead of left for setting where to put Sol in the menu there. Which really matters. It's like, after I made that mistake, I didn't really have an option other than to go and fix that mistake and then redo it. So that was a pretty costly mistake, like it snowballed into needing to do multiple extra actions. Because when it comes to like the menuing, when I'm like swapping which enchant that I have selected, which you do a lot of in the second half of the run, I just go off pure muscle memory based on like where the icons are supposed to be, based on the optimal menuing routing. Like all the instances of like where I put certain enchants, like that's strictly routed based on like the, you know, theoretically best sequence of inputs. And then it means all of the actual menuing that I do in the middle of the run, like I say, it's just muscle memory. Like I just assume, oh, I need to like do this many L inputs and this many R inputs, etc. But like it means if stuff is in the wrong place, I just won't select the correct thing. Like right here, once I have dash, I need to open the menu and do down, down, A, right, down, A, to put dash in the bottom left quadrant. And dash is going to remain there for like the foreseeable future. And because dash is where it is, like I say, muscle memory thing, I know that since dash is in the bottom left here, I know that I need to select Sol coming out of here, and that is going to be 3 L inputs. 1, 2, 3. And then 1 to get back to dash. That was a mistake though. Oh, what am I doing? What am I doing? Oh my god. That was just... ugh. I can't afford that kind of love here. Please, I was not facing up and right there. And so considering what I said about, like, I need to care about where in the enchant menu different things are assigned, this, like, full re-menu to equip my elements is one of my favourite menus to do in this run. It just feels very satisfying when it's done correctly, and it's actually pretty technical. Like, there's a ton of inputs there, and, like, yeah, everything needs to go in a specific place. So you need to do the inputs 100% correctly. Okay. Shit, so that's a mistake. That's supposed to go there, which again, that kind of matters for where I expect things to be. I am not going to be saving any time here. I do have time save in the next dungeon, but it is RNG based. It's highly RNG based time save. Was not supposed to miss that first slash, but it doesn't strictly matter there. And then before I leave here, I need to put Dark over Sol and Dynamite over Mouse. Thanks, game. That was lucky, because I do need the sun to be off there.
Hey, mate! Have you got 20p, mate?
I'm actually surprised how much time I saved there with how bad that split was. I made like a lot of small mistakes in that split that collectively add up to at least a few seconds, which is why I was expecting to lose time there. Objectively, I should heal here, but I'm gonna try and go for the time save. Okay, just don't get hit here. So this boss I can save a lot of time on if the RNG plays ball. And that was a good set of traps, so I'm in decent shape here, but like I say, this is all RNG. Like, if I get the worst possible fight here, I will still lose time, even though all of those traps were pretty good, and they weren't particularly good in PB. But again, a really bad boss fight here will lose me the lead that I have and some more. Like, if I'd maintained the pace that I had out of Remains B, like if I'd got the same RNG in the desert as in PB, I'd be 25 seconds ahead right now, which is a much, much safer buffer. Alright, let's see it. That is not good at all. Nope. I am fucked. Maybe? Okay, that's saved. Just about. That saved me right there. That's still not ideal, but that really saved me getting the double on the second cycle.
Hey, mate, have you got 20p, mate? This kid, mate.
Could have menued that better, but whatever. So, yeah, it's easy to overthink or think of the wrong thing at this point, because my immediate instinct, like the thing that I was thinking coming back here, was I'm going to do the sensible thing and just heal before the Purify. But that is actually not the sensible play. That is the least optimal thing I could do right now. Because the position that my health is in right now is such that what I'm really thinking of is when I get into Spiral Tower, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and I'm thinking of like the black slime on that first corner, where it's like, oh, if you hit it twice, you just die. And I don't know why I was thinking of healing, because the situation that my health is in right now is identical to if I had full health, i.e. I can survive getting hit by it once, but if I get hit by it twice, it doesn't matter what happens, I'll just die. So right now, I functionally have full health for the next time I expect to possibly take damage. So it would have just been a time loss for me to heal here. Take that. Definitely take that.
Hey, mate, have you got 20p, mate?
Alright.
This kid, mate.
Now just don't fuck up in Spiral Tower. Easy, right? So yeah, if I was actually at half health here, it would be correct for me to heal. Well, I'm assuming... Oh, no, that's Sabatas' health bar. Whoops. I got confused there because I was like, oh, that health doesn't look right, but no, that's Sabatas' health bar. Never mind. Yeah, so if I was at half health, I would have healed because I would not be able to survive taking one hit there. I'm also just going to keep the sun on here for passive generation. That was a bit risky, actually, what I just did there. Of course, they split on the first hit, which is just laggy and loses time. Almost missed stepping on the floor panel though. And now as long as I just hold right here, I will not hit the slime. Please. Play that pack very conservatively there, because if you don't give them time, they just don't stay in place and actually get stunned by the back hits. Right, this is not an easy fight though, at this level. I'm gonna miss the quick kill there. Oh, no. Okay, that's ideal. That's... wow.
Hey, mate,
That was
have you got
very,
some,
very
mate?
good,
Have you
actually.
got 20p, mate?
I'm really surprised that I still got the quick kill there. Because that was not very well played. You good so far? My strength points when I menu to equip Rising Sun. Now, one of the most difficult screens in the whole run. No problem. Very good. Very good. One south. I like that. I fucking like that. Come on. Go, dude. Fine, it's fine. Just don't panic. 1 south and 4 west. So 1 west and 4 south. Not the most ideal spot, but it puts me in a decent direction from the axe at least.
Don't be fucking questions.
Fuck. Good wind, hell yes. Gonna be completely safe. And I'm gonna put my stat points in before I forget. And I know now that I'm not charging before I go into dying because I have enough energy to use Rising Sun. That will be a slight improvement. Shame that I didn't get damage boosted the right way, but oh well. Oh, I didn't. Okay. I knew there was something I forgot. I can't believe the other day I actually rooted doing this fight at quote-unquote level 1. Like, you can't physically stay at level 1, but you can choose to not assign your upgrade points. And someone else has been working on that, so I decided to root this fight with no upgrade points assigned at all. And you can actually still do it basically nearly as fast as any percent does it. How did I miss that cycle? Well, I got caught by the ghosts on the top floor in the last run, so it's
Don't we fucking
basically equal.
question?
But I do not know how I missed that cycle. Like, what the fuck? Oh well. Would have been nice to get an extra 10 seconds there. Right, now just don't make any mistakes from here to the end. That is a risk I had no fucking business taking. Fuck, dude, get in! Oh my god, dude.
Don't we fucking
Yep, that was just a very bad Purify. I just played it pretty badly. Still doable for sure, but I mean, yep, it's not easy now. The only realistic place I can save time from here is on the Lich's floor. I can save like up to 10 seconds on that floor if I play without any mistakes. But otherwise, the most I can really expect here is to just maintain the pace that I have. So I would say if I play, like, quote-unquote perfectly here, or reasonably perfectly, this can finish, like, about 1:45:15-ish. Like, I can finish about 20 seconds ahead if I just play good and don't make any more mistakes here. And if the Serpent plays ball with RNG. Technically, Jormungand has some RNG as well, but... I mean, yeah. We will just have to see. But that sucks that now between the dying fight and the purification, I actually lost like 17 seconds. Like, I could have been like 35 seconds ahead right now. Like, on possible 1:44 pace. This means there's still existing time saved for next time. Alright, good luck, have fun. Almost fucked that up. Didn't need to do a third dash there. Please. Okay, energy is fine. Just about. That was not particularly good RNG on how long it was digging. Then I didn't really waste time with killing it.
Don't be fucking questions.
Okay, so this is where I can save a bit of time. That was an exceptional floor, overall. And that was an exceptional fight.
Hey, mate! Have you got
That was just about matching gold. That's exactly what I needed. Now bear in mind, I have never had a good serpent in a run. I have never gotten a one-cycle serpent with a good floor. Right, let's see what we got. Start. Damn it, dude. Damn it! It's a good 2-cycle, though. Should be about even. Or it's a... So this is what I mean. That was not a 1-cycle, and that was still a gold by, like, 3 seconds. That's exactly what I mean. I have never had a good split there. You just can't do it. Great, thank you very much for the 3 bits. Like that. Oops. Oops, come on. Alright, just hold it together. Just hold it together. Very sloppy menuing. Just panicking. That will do. Shouldn't need to squeeze energy here. Fucking ideal, dude. Perfect energy management, basically. I took a lot of time to get in position there, but that is fine. Oh my god. Okay, that's fine. I still have a healing item, but what a fucking blunder there. And that is why I have switched to picking up an extra earthly nut instead of a tomato juice, so that I have the option of using it there. Oh my god, that was... Moments like those make me wish that I had one of them heart rate monitors that some streamers use, because fucking hell. Okay, well, just don't get hit on Jormungand now. Just don't get hit and start the fight with minimal sun so that I don't take a tick and die if I am actually on like 1 health or something. Three. That's fine, actually. But there's no reason to not back this off, so that's what I'll do. But, like, I will not take 3 damage before being able to pause and apply the sunscreen. But I must do this damageless now, which means I need to play it a bit safe when I'm hitting the eye and the head's moving around. And he's going far away, which is not ideal. That's what I mean. If I'd committed to that position, I would have died there. But instead, I clutch out a small PB. Gotta try and understand your runs as deeply as possible and what gets you killed in different situations. Like I say, if I just stood there and kept slashing without being ready to move there, I would have died. Well, a PB is a PB. I mean, I would really like a 144, but I cannot really complain about chopping that much off the current minute barrier. Definite improvement. So, ye old debrief. I mean, I lost a few loose seconds, like Daenerys was not great. Didn't get a early power nut in Gray, thank you very much for 52 bits. Didn't get an early power nut in Remains. Got bad RNG in the desert, so I lost a straight 20 seconds there, so this would have been a 144 if I'd had the same RNG there. And then no complaints about pretty much the entirety of how Dark City went. It was just good. It was just very good overall. The Purify, I mean, I've made a little bit of there. Made a few mistakes in Enter Aqueduct that was like worth a few seconds. Dvalin, I just got the blessed RNG that I needed to keep this going. And then I did lose like 17 seconds across Dain and his Purification. So either if I'd gotten better RNG in the desert or if I'd played Dain section correctly, this would have been a 144. But I mean, that gives me something to target, for sure. Does give me something to target. And this is, yeah, like considering, like I say, these are the only things I can really point to right now. Like, I got bad RNG in a big RNG section, and I made like a couple of mistakes on a boss and a Purification. Those are the only like big things I can point to now for like places where I really lost time. It's like, it's just really, really hard to save time here. It's just really hard to pull any time save together. But yeah, appreciate everyone being around. Thanks, Kavet. Thanks, Grey. Thank you, Messy Fool. Definitely a good run. Definitely. certainly not unhappy with it. Time to post that in ye old box server. Oh well. Alright. Gonna obviously see what the IGT was, but after that I am definitely going to head off. Look at who I'm going to go towards instead. I'll tell you what. Yeah. We can go to Pandora. It's not speedruns, but she is a talented speedrunner, and she's just currently playing Final Fantasy X, doing no sphere grid attempts of Dark Anima, because why the fuck not? That's reasonable. Pandora normally speedruns Advance Wars. Advance Wars 2 specifically. She's very good, has pushed the game a lot, and that's how I got to know her first. But yeah, like I say, right here is some Final Fantasy X stuff, so if you're all interested in that... Oh, it's so close to a 138 IGT as well. Yeah, if you're interested in that, let's go see. And yeah, thanks very much for joining this evening. I'm sure I'll be back tomorrow with more. So yeah, thank you guys very much, and please enjoy the rest of your evening.